What's going on, guys? Zeo here from the Awesome Nerd Show, bringing you some more McFarlane DC Multiverse figures. And for this little set, we have the Hellbat Batman and the Superman Unchained Superman. So these two look incredible. These are by far the coolest looking figures that they've released just because they look so cool. And of course, we get like an iconic Batman and Superman, but in a little bit different versions, you know, changed up, have some more armor and stuff, and they just look super cool. So like the Hellbat Batman, you can see there. Of course, they come with cards, a stand. He comes with additional accessories, look like wings and stuff on the back. So there's a picture of the comics. It says from Batman and Robin number 35, which we'll see that on the card, and then of course some more figures down there at the bottom and everything. So it looks pretty cool. I'm excited to get these open because these two are by far the coolest looking ones, so I'm excited to see these. But let's go ahead and get into it. But don't forget, if you enjoy, leave a thumbs up, and of course subscribe to the channel to see more. So let's get into these bad boys. So here we got the Hellbat Batman, and this again looks very cool. I really love the look and design of this. It reminds me of just like a super armored up Batman with some like knight armor mixed in with some like mechanics and stuff. It just looks super cool. I love the basic design of like the all black and like the really dark grays mixed in with the bright red. It's almost like a what I'd call like a neon red. It's like a really bright red color, and it just looks cool. So of course, like on his chest, we have the Batman logo, then all the red lines running throughout the body, the visor on his helmet stuff just looks super cool. It continues there on the back as well, even the whole like belt and stuff there, it has it as well. It just looks super cool and awesome. And you can see it has the armor, so it has like the helmet on there, so it's, you know, a big Batman inspired helmet, so based, you know, off his cowl and stuff, has the ears on top of it and everything. And on the back you can really see like the mechanic type stuff looking in there. And then like they said, the knight armor and stuff, so we have big shoulder pads here with the spikes all over. He's got the gauntlets there, the big old metal gauntlets, and then the big giant hands with like claws on the fingers stuff. I don't know if you can see them very well. Nice sharp points, looks very much like knight armor and stuff, looks very cool there. And of course that suit continues through, big guards there on his knee, looks, you know, in the shape of the Batman head, so similar to the Batman head style with the ears on top of it as well. And then we got more armor similar to the on the arms there, and then the like knight looking armor there on his feet as well with the metal. It just looks super cool and awesome, and this thing looks ridiculously cool. So for his movements, his head can twist a little bit, not a whole lot of movement just because his neck is so giant that it doesn't allow it to move too much. And then it can move just a very little bit up and down, just that much, so just very tiny little movement. The armor here does move up and get out of the way, so like for movements of the shoulder it does move, so it kind of moves all the way around and like a little ball shape. Gets you some good movements there to get the arms out of the way, but the arms do come up about 90 degrees like there at the shoulders, you can see up that far. And it does have the like butterfly joint in there. Again, they don't move too much, it just allows for more movement, so you can get like a good like nice round movement going in there at the ball joint. But yeah, it just allows a little bit of movement back and forth at the shoulder. Again, not too much there. We have the Bicep Twist, as you can see the lines there moving, and it has a single elbow joint, so fortunately with these we only get a single elbow joint, but because he's so armored it kind of makes sense though. But it looks very cool going into the guy out there with the big giant spikes on it. But then we got the ball joints at the wrist again, so again the joints are, you know, we don't get too much range movement. It's like this to go up and down, but if you get the ball to like twist around to the side, you can get, you know, back and forth movement. On this armor, it doesn't really look too bad because, you know, it's kind of hidden with all the stuff, kind of fits in, you know, with the big giant hands and stuff. You don't see it as much, so the ball joints aren't too bad on this one, but of course they're not perfect. And that takes us to the abs. So we have our top little abs, so again we have just a little tiny crunch there, not too much, but it has the twist as well, so you can get pretty much all the way range around movement, 360 movement there. Then we have the little lower crunch, which again isn't too much more. I can't really get it to move too much there. There's just all the crunch you get there, and then very little twist there at all. For going full ab crunch forward, you don't really get much, but going back you do get a lot more. Then we've got the thighs. So the thighs, especially if you twist out there, you get the 90 degrees, and then it can spread open, so it's kind of fun there. That's one cool thing about that with the legs. And then of course with same thing there, it goes out to 90 degrees, so you get good range of movement. You can, you know, get them in like a perfect split and everything's kind of fun. No thigh twist or anything, but we go to a double knee joint, as you can see there. Not good range of movement again because he's so thick and everything with the armor. And that takes us down to the feet, where again it's on the same sort of like ball joint as before, so it goes back and forth that much, as you can see. Not really too much side to side, it's pretty much just twisting up like that, so we have just a little bit of a twist. And then of course we get the toe joint once again there. So overall looks very cool. Of course he's all spiking stuff, so moving around kind of pokes in my hand and everything, so it's kind of uncomfortable, but he just looks so cool, and everything just kind of makes up for it. There in the abdomen, the paint doesn't look perfect. There's a little bit of paint mixture of the black and then some of the red up on the black, so unfortunately it doesn't look perfect, but it looks cool enough. And then we get some stuff for, of course we get the little base on it, so just like that. And again, the base on a lot of these DC figures is kind of like the saving saving grace. Like without him, all these would fall over. But a cool thing for this is that he comes with the big old Batwing. So we get these Batwings that kind of fold out, as you can see. So we're going to stick these into his back, and hopefully I get them in properly, but I think they'll look super cool. So there we go with the big old Batwings there. So unfortunately, we definitely need the base for this, because the wings, although they're really light and like really like thin plastic, they do weigh him down quite a bit. But it looks pretty cool. They just pop into the back, and so they have weird like hexagon shapes, so you have to kind of arrange them. I feel they should be down more, but then it kind of looks a little weird, so I had to put them up a little higher. But they do have the folds, so they do fold up, which I guess is kind of cool. That one's kind of stiffer, so when they fold up, it just looks like that, which that looks cool as well too. I think that looks pretty awesome for that. It's just not the best. Like I said, they're pretty thin and flimsy. Like they're not that heavy duty of plastic, so be careful with these. They could break easily, I would feel, and especially at this joint here, I feel it could break easily. And they don't really stick into his back too well either. You just have to get them pushed in there. And so yeah, they're just hard plastic, but not very thick or anything. Looks super cool though with the wings on. Of course, can't get it fit properly, but looks super cool with those wings. Looks awesome. And then we get the card for Hellbat. So there's that same picture we saw in the box. And if we flip it over, we see it's from Batman and Robin, number 35. His name Bruce Wayne, obviously 6'2" and 210 pounds. We saw that in that last episode. And the card says, after losing his son Damian, aka Robin, Batman eventually found temporary peace until Damian's body was stolen and taken into the fiery planet of Apocalypse. Determined to bring Damian back to life, Batman dons the experimental Hellbat suit forged by the other members of the Justice League and ventures to the hellscape of Apocalypse to take on virtually indestructible ruler Darkseid. So I remember reading that comic and everything. That was pretty fun and cool, and that's pretty awesome. So it doesn't really mention though, the Hellbat suit is pretty much just like a superpower suit, so it allows him to be able to fight like Darkseid and everything, since you know Bruce Wayne is just a normal human, so he has to have additional armor and stuff to give him more powers. And so that's what the Hellbat suit, so it gives him like super extra strength, so like he could use this like fight the Hulk or whatever if he was in Marvel. So that's kind of what this suit is about, and it just looks super awesome. I love the colors, love the look of it. It is just very cool looking and pretty great figure. And that brings us to the Superman Unchained armor, which looks pretty cool. So this was from the Superman Unchained comic, which we'll hear about that from the card, but again, looks super cool. This armor looks awesome. The face reminds me of like a Power Ranger or a Transformer. Just looks super cool with the way it's designed, but of course he's in Superman inspired design stuff, obviously, since it's Superman. So very cool looking here. So there's like the face again with the creepy but cool looking armor there. So we got the yellow eyes and everything, and it would be like the mouth and stuff there, but the big like ears coming off the side, the horn on top, just looks very cool. I like the design of, I always think this design, it's hard to kind of see, but the like texture design that always reminds me of would be like the Kevlar style armor and stuff. So it's, you know, kind of like bulletproof, knife proof, stuff like that. But of course for Superman, he doesn't really need that, but that's just what that design reminds me of. But it's cool. He's got that underneath, and you can really see it there around his neck. You can see all the muscles and everything, and it looks very cool. Then again, the armor there on the top, the blue and the red, just looks awesome. Of course, the Superman logo over the blue armor, I like right in there. It's got the little spikes and stuff. It looks almost like insect teeth or something to his belt. A big old weird triangle belt there. And I love the additional red details. So like the knee pad with the boots going down look cool, and the all red with the black detailing. So he's got a lot of black there on the back of him as well. The red guard on his forearms, and then the little details there up on his shoulders. Of course, the things that I would assume to be like his cape there, but obviously the cape is not hanging down back there. So it's kind of cool and weird at the same time. I like the back. It's not like a big like pack there on the back of him. Looks awesome as well. Just a very cool looking figure. I love the colors of the black and blue, and everything just mixed together really well and looks awesome. So for movement, it's going to be very similar to the last Superman, but especially the Batman as well. So the head can get a lot more twists, so probably one of the best twists there. And then of course not much nodding. His shoulder pads don't move or anything, they're stationary, but it doesn't really interfere too much. The shoulders still go up about 90 degrees and everything, and then can rotate within that as well. And again, it has the butterfly. It doesn't really, it's not loosened or anything on this side, but it's more on that side, so you can really see it there. But it does have the bicep twist and the single elbow joint once again. Then we got the ball wrist again, so you can see the ball there in the black. Then we have the ab crunch again, not much of an ab crunch at all, and then the twist there with it as well, and then the lower crunch. Legs are the same though. The legs come up to 90 degrees and go out to the side to 90, so pretty good range of movement there on the legs, which is pretty cool. We got the double knee joint as usual, so that's pretty cool. And then the foot is the same, but it doesn't have much range of movement though because of the two sides coming down for the boots, so it just pretty much goes back and forth a little bit there, and then also has the toe joint. So again, not perfect in the movement category, so you don't get a whole lot of movement out of them, but when it looks this cool, you kind of overlook that. But of course we have the base to stick it on to help him stand, and similar to the Hellbat, we get an additional set of wings here. So we got wings. So again, that's a good reason to have the base. We got the wings. I don't know. I assume they stick in like this. The picture itself doesn't really have them on it, but I assume the points stick up. So that's probably how they go. So we'll try and get these in his back. So there we go. We got Superman's wings on there now. So it looks very cool. Again, I hope that's the proper way. And they just pop into the back. And again, they're on a ball joint, so you can kind of get it adjusted to like move around and everything. But it's pretty cool. They can fold down like that, and he kind of looks, you know, more like his cape than now with that connection going on there. It looks very cool, but of course with them out, you definitely need to put it on the base. And again, with them out like that, it looks super cool. But of course, we then got the card to look at. So there's a picture from the comic. It looks very cool. He's in there just for a short time, but it's from Superman Unchained #7. His real name is Kal-El, or Clark Kent, as we know. 6'3", 235 pounds. And his card says, when the weaponized alien called Wrath goes on a destructive rampage in the Batcave and both Batman and Wonder Woman are unable to stop him, Superman dons the armor that features his shield and battle axe to confront the electromagnetic adversary. Their battle continues to the center of the earth, where Superman is able to finally defeat him, leaving him floating in the lava at Earth's core. So again, very cool looking. And this armor is kind of, I believe from what I read, it's pretty much created by the Fortress of Solitude. It just kind of appears when he needs this armor. And it mentions he has battle axe, and you can kind of see it in the picture there right off to the side. I thought it'd be really cool if he came with that, but it came with the wings instead, which we don't see like the wings on here. So that's kind of unfortunate. I think it'd be cool to have that battle axe, but this just looks super cool, especially with the wings. He just looks super cool, and I love the look of this, but that is awesome. But that's going to be it for this DC Multiverse set of the Hellbat Batman and the Superman Unchained Superman. Again, two cool figures. Like I said, probably definitely the two coolest figures from this new wave, and I think they look incredible. They just obviously don't have the best movements, which is kind of an unfortunate thing with these so far. But I hope you enjoyed the episode. Let me know in the comments if you like these. If you're getting the new McFarlane DC Multiverse, go and let me know in the comments, and if you enjoyed these figures. And of course, don't forget to check out the other videos. We did one last week of the Batman, Superman, Green Arrow, and the Batraptor. Then we have this one, and of course, we're just kind of splitting them up into waves. So you can check out the channel. Be sure to subscribe so you never miss out on them. You'll see them coming over the next coming week. So I hope you enjoy those as well, and check them all out. But thank you all for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, let me know with a thumbs up. And of course, again, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Thank you all for checking it out. Stay awesome, and I'll see you next time.